My name is Future Man, and I am joined on stage by Kelly Link. We're going to talk about Civ 6 right now. Joining us is Brian.
Hi, nice to be here.
What's up? How you doing, Brian?
Great. Brian Basati, I'm the art director on Civilization 6.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, I am not as well versed as Civ. It's always been one of those things where it's a very, very hugely popular series. People always just are so positive when they talk about their love for this game. Kelly has some experience. What have you played? What do you know?
So I was talking with you earlier, and it's actually quite fortunate because I was talking about Civilization Revolution, how when I first heard about it, I thought, it's a simplistic version of Civilization. When you're playing, you kind of like want to be on your computer, like serious strategizing. And that when I actually played it, it was a ton of fun. And it's the reason that I actually got more into Civ 5, that I had so much fun. And I feel like Revolutions is kind of more like 6 is than, or it's kind of more like 6 than 5 is.
Well, we've taken some influences from our whole back catalog. We've got a lot to pull from. It's been around for a while. It's 25th anniversary, so it's exciting to finally be almost at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Really?
But yeah, it's some of the things we took from Civ 4, some of the things we took from Civ 5. Civ Rev had a little bit of influence on the palette, the inviting world. You're going to be playing this game for a long time. That's what we hope, anyways.
Right.
So we wanted it, to be inviting and your player to enjoy their time in the world.
Well, let's actually just go right into it. I believe we have a 2-minute video of showing.
We're introducing Germany. New
What a
leader
surprise.
announcement.
Very fitting.
It's a complete coincidence. So
Let's go take a look.
So
Ich
looking
bin
at
Kaiser Friedrich
Frederick
und herrsche über Deutsche und Welsche Lande, über Burgund und manche mehr. Ich weiß wohl, dass auch ihr kund geherrschen mit rechter Gewalt. Über Vorsichtigkeit sie gelobet. Zu helfen diesem Reich hieße tanzen mit dem Tode. Ihr habt der Warnung wohl vernommen, doch suchet ihr noch immer Streit. Nu werdet ihr es lernen, wie so mannig Mann vor euch. Ich verstore meine Feinde und ob ihr ihnen helft, auch ich. Wie wollt ihr an mir gesiegen, der ich so viel der Feinde verdurbe?
majority of your religion in all the other civs.
So you have military, cultural, religion, and scientific,
science.
of course.
Science.
And
yes.
it's just, science, sorry.
Yeah.
And those are the 4 ways that you can win in Civilization 6.
Yes.
So what else is there? What other differences is there? Is in gameplay, what about combat? Is there still barbarians throughout the map?
Absolutely. Barbarians are a lot more interesting now. The AI has really taken a step forward. If you're playing the game and you see a barbarian scout outside your village, you better be prepared. If you can chase him down and catch him, he's not going to report back to his base. But if you let them go, you can expect the barbarians.
It's interesting because usually once I just saw one barbarian mob come close to my city, I'm like, oh, there's a spawn nearby, and it's just going to keep coming out. But now they send out scouts.
Absolutely.
Is there any other kind of AI differences in the barbarians?
That's one of the main differences. They're just more intelligent. They know kind of when to run away.
Is city states still a thing in Civ 6?
Absolutely. Yeah, city states we've actually expanded upon that.
Oh, how so?
Yeah. In Civ 6 now, you have envoys that you can send to your city states. City states will give you little missions similar to what happened in Civ 5, and that's how you collect your envoys. So the more envoys you get, each city state has a very unique ability that you get. And there's different levels, like 3 envoys will get you the first level, 6 will get you the next level. But also, on top of that, if you have a minimum of 3 envoys with the city state, and you have the most envoys of any other civ on the map, you get a suzerain. It's basically has a superpower that's very, very great to have in the game.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
It's better than Golden Age?
It's pretty powerful, but
you
know,
can't
each
say
one's
anything
different.
about it?
Well, we haven't had a lot of the specific details, but it's definitely worth your time and effort. You're
Well, I
gonna
think we actually
twice.
have some more gameplay that we can talk over right now. So what are we looking at right here?
Okay, you've got your city just being started. You've got a couple of improvements around there. You can see you're harvesting some resources.
Is there new resources?
Resources, there's a few differences, but for the most part, it's
The pearls,
similar.
the weed.
Yeah, we still have some of the old standards there.
Okay. And now the, like, you know how, well, obviously you know, but when you research more things such as ironworking, you see iron deposits spawn throughout the map. Is there anything like that in addition?
Well, I mean, it's standard. You still have to make an improvement to harvest that resource. We've added more animations to those now. It's part of the whole bringing the world alive. Now when you're working something, you have a work state versus an unworked state. So if you build a farm and you don't have enough population to handle that farm, it's more obvious now that you need to increase your population to take advantage of that.
So the one issue I had with the AI in Civ 5 is that they would, you know, be my ally, be friendly and everything. I'd be friendly with them too. And then it's towards the end of the game, maybe you're getting to like 1700s, 1800s, and they all start swarming you no matter what you do, no matter what you say to them. Is the AI is the AI with the other competitors in the game, whether it's NPCs or not, is it better?
Yes, absolutely. The different leaders have much different game styles now, different agendas. So, and that agenda is locked to the leader. So the more you play, the more you'll get to know that leader, and you'll have better expectations of what they're going to do to you in the game. They have a primary agenda that's locked, and they also have a secondary agenda, which is hidden and it's random each time.
Oh
you
yeah,
start
it's
the game.
random. Oh.
Yeah, so diplomacy.
How do you find out about it?
Well, diplomacy is very important.
Right.
You know, we definitely are going to encourage players to find out more about the other players.
Are they still going to kill me at the end of the game? No matter how diplomatic I am with
You're
them.
going to understand the reasonings as long as you have a relationship with them, or you can use a spy network to find out things as well. And the interesting thing about that is these agendas, you can play them against each other. Qin Xiang is he's the Chinese leader. His agenda is to have the most wonders in the game. So if you outwonder him, you're going to have some issues with him.
Really?
But let's just say, for example, you share a continent with him and Teddy Roosevelt. Teddy Roosevelt doesn't like other civs messing with people that share his continent. So you could actually taunt them
Good job,
into
Teddy.
a war. Yeah, big stick diplomacy.
That's right.
That's his thing. So you don't mess with him.
I feel like this is a conversation that I've had with my group of friends where they all know about Civ, and I'm just like, what are they doing?
There's so, I mean,
What are
there's,
they- but it sounds like there's so much going on. Do you guys have a robust tutorial? What kind of things can you say to a new player
Such
who
as
maybe
yourself?
doesn't know about the game? You know, how would you
Absolutely.
say, you know, this is what you have, this is what you're getting into?
Yes. Well, we're spending a lot of time on the tutorial. We want to make sure that the game is approachable to new players as well as, you know, familiar to old players. So that's been a major focus of ours. You mentioned you played Civ Revolution. That's one thing that I've talked to a lot of people that have got them into the franchise, into the PC
They started
side,
with that.
the hardcore. And that
Actually,
does a really good job of
it really does.
showing some of the mechanics. And once you understand the basic mechanics, it's a lot of fun because you have so many different ways to finish the game. If you're an aggressive player and you want to just mow over all your enemies, you can do that. Or you can go with the science, culture, or
Is there
religious.
any differences in like the way that the game's set up? I know that you can set up the game yourself depending on like what country you want to be and
Yes.
like how difficult you want it to be, whether you want to be prince, king, or the other kind of difficulties, and the type of map that you have. Is there any other customization that you can do in these games versus AI or versus your friends?
Those are the major. I mean, it's a lot of the same customization you could do with 5. One of the new customizations we're working on now, we haven't talked about specifics of it. Multiplayer, we still have the multiplayer in there where people can play the really hardcore long battles.
Long battles.
Yes.
8 hours plus.
There's plenty of people that do that, but we also want to be aware that not everybody has that much time. So we're working on some new multiplayer modes you can set up that can happen in an hour, lunch hour.
For the casuals, come
Yes.
on.
But for those of you that still want to spend like your whole day on it, you
It's
can
Yeah,
a
that
smaller
makes sense.
section, but
No.
there's different goals to achieve to be the winner in those.
Before we send it off, is there anything else that you want to add that maybe we weren't able to touch on?
Yes, absolutely. The active research system now is great. It's instead of going through the technology tree or the civics tree the same way every time, the environment and your actions now have an influence on how you're going to go through the tech tree.
Really?
Yes, say you build a city on the coast,
Uh-huh.
and you have better access to sailing, so you're going to reach sailing or finish sailing in half the time as somebody that's landlocked.
That's fantastic because
Yeah.
I mean, depending on what character you pick at the start of the game and where you land on the map, it's going to change. Like if you see what kind of resources are around you, that's going to affect the way that you play, or at least even that's how I did in Civ 5. With that research on it, it's just another element on top
Yeah,
of it.
where everybody has a certain way they like to go through the game, and this is going to tempt them to do
I like
other
to
things.
restart until I get exactly the starting that I want.
Cheese it. Yeah.
That's one way to do it.
It sounds like, you guys have been working hard. It's definitely, you care about it. This has been a very successful series. We've got people like Kelly who are definitely just getting back into it. I definitely would love to check it out. I'm sure there's a lot of other people out there. Do you have a certain release date or
Yes, October 21st for PC.
for the
It's
PC?
nearing very quickly.
Getting close. You guys are working hard.
Absolutely. We have a fantastic team. It's been a lot of fun working on this game.
Very cool. Thank you, Brian, for coming and talking to us.
Thank
Kelly,
you.
as always. You guys back at home, stick around. We got more great stuff here at Gamescom.